What's up YouTube, K.D.M Sports back again, and it's been a hectic day with all this MMA news. But man, when it comes to big names, this UFC 294 card is shaping up amazingly. KAMARU USMAN vs KHAMZAT CHIMAEV was recently announced since Paulo Costa had to pull out. This fight, like the main event, is a tricky one because KHAMZAT was preparing for a big, powerful stand-up fighter in Paulo Costa. Instead, KHAMZAT is going to be fighting KAMARU, who's a welterweight, and yes, KAMARU is big and he does fill out, but we've never seen him at middleweight. So naturally, we won't know how he carries that weight, especially on short notice. KAMARU hasn't fought since his trilogy with Leon back in March. On top of all these points I've made, KAMARU's on a losing streak and definitely has declined. His knees are basically done. Looking at this matchup, I'm not sure KAMARU is going to be able to get it done against a younger, in their prime type of fighter like KHAMZAT. I know KAMARU is a way better wrestler than Paulo, but with the wear and tear of KAMARU, would he be able to keep up with the pace and wrestling of KHAMZAT at this stage of his career? It's unlikely, but I wouldn't be surprised if KAMARU had his moments or even possibly hurt KHAMZAT, because for sure KAMARU has the ability and credentials to keep the fight standing, and he has better boxing, along with a powerful right hand. But KHAMZAT was already preparing for a powerful striker, so the big advantage in this whole matchup, I believe, is that KHAMZAT had a full training camp and he's been spending a lot of time working on the stand-up. KAMARU also has a 97% takedown percentage, the highest percentage in UFC history. So it's definitely going to be hard to get KAMARU down. But like I mentioned in my other video, not having the ability to have a full training camp and proper weight gain to jump a weight class as well as conditioning of the body can be a big detriment. KAMARU just came off a loss in which he looked rather slow, and for majority of that fight you could just tell it wasn't the same KAMARU it was when he was a dominant champion. His reactions are starting to decline, and naturally that happens when you start to get to ages 36 to 37 range. I know people will say, well, a welterweight like Gilbert Burns arguably beat KHAMZAT, and that's a true point, but KHAMZAT is a big guy, and honestly he's shown historically in his career thus far that it's hard for him to make welterweight. So there's an argument to be made that he wasn't in optimal performance shape. Plus, MMA math we know doesn't work. Remember, context matters as well. KHAMZAT is now fighting at a more natural weight. His performance will be better, and he now resides in the UAE as well. I'm leaning towards KHAMZAT on this one. He's bigger, stronger, and probably faster at a more natural weight, and I think that going up against a clearly smaller guy in KAMARU, he should have the advantage in this fight. Although reach-wise they're the same, KHAMZAT is clearly the more athletic and taller fighter. He also has a better kicking game than KAMARU, and I don't see KAMARU being able to take down KHAMZAT either. I think KHAMZAT is going to be the winner of this fight, and I don't think it will be a close fight either. KAMARU will have his moments though, I believe, but it just won't be enough at this stage in his career, in my opinion. Thank you guys again for listening to me share my thoughts on this new co-main event, and make sure to subscribe, like, share, and if you've got any opinions, leave it in the comment section below.